And Germany able to knock the ball down, but it's Rodriguez who picks it up. He needs some help from Orozco. Orozco with that thing in his mouth. And, oh, what? Vargas had to get it across, he felt, rather than use a timeout, and just chucks it up. And so first possession turns into first turnover. So Colombia not only loses the ball, but they lost the possession arrow by having control of it first. Scorekeeper nicely put the timeouts up there for us this time. I'm glad to see that. And Germany on the attack here.
Oh. Great catch from Stefan.
So Vejle. Marco Herbst.
Yeah, we're going to hear him a lot.
Neme trying to get it into Vargas. Now he's got Orozco out there in the corner. Vargas needs to get free because Orozco's double teamed. So far, Germany's defense has been really good. Orozco running out of time. Oh, he had enough to make it across. He fired that pass at Vargas. Vargas didn't expect it. Went right through his hands. And now Germany has a 2-try lead right out of the box.
That's a great way to start a game.
Number 7, Britta Kripke, trying to help out with Orozco.
Look at the defensive pressure of the Germans. Oh, he still got it.
And
no, he
another
doesn't.
turnover. 3 tries really quick by Germany. Colombia needs to call a timeout here. And that's what happens.
Yeah, the Colombian coach was very quickly to ask for the coach timeout.
Yeah, Coach Vargas saw that. You know, with the first turnover, he's like, okay, don't worry about it. Let's keep going here.
Yeah.
Now 3 in a row. He's got to stop this. They're hemorrhaging turnovers. Calm down. Tranquilo. Let's get rolling here. See if we can't get our first try. Vejle, number 8. Following Orozco at this point. Neme going to try and make sure that Orozco doesn't have any trouble scoring their first try.
So they're up on the scoreboard.
Took him a minute 11. Oh,
Whoa.
over goes Rodriguez. And because he's in the play, they'll stop that. If the ball had kept advancing toward the try line and he wasn't in any danger, they'd have just left him there.
But in this case, they had to just blow the whistle and set him up straight.
We like to hit each other, but we don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Definitely not.
So the former curler out there sweeping up the floor. I don't know if she ever curled before, but she looks like she's sweeping for curling. Rodriguez, to add insult to injury, he's also got a flat tire. Here, you hold this for a minute. You know, it's funny, when we saw Dautai roll over back here, they put that mat down on the gray floor, which they don't need to do, right? Just on the hardwood, but they put it down on the gray floor.
And you can see a lot of times when they just put under the mat and they flip them over and
they're not even on the mat.
Still touch the ground. Josko with a great push.
Josko Wilke with the ball. Germany kind of sees him as the future. He's a young gun. Oh, Neme pops that one out. But they're able to get it back, and Orozco gets punched across the line. So he will go sit in the penalty box. And with Orozco off the floor, Colombia is best suited to stay far away from that try line. Just let Germany score. Start thinking about how you protect your stud out there so that he doesn't end up getting trapped, because otherwise he's going to have to inbound.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to make a second mistake when you have one player in the bin.
But Roscoe, you know, you may not want him off the floor like this, but he's got a heck of an inbound. He can throw it pretty much anywhere on the court. A little low for Vargas, had to dip down to get it, but he got control. Neme. And Britta Kripke trying to hold up her corner.
Oh, and she got
hit from behind by Neme, but I think they're going to say that he got over before Britta did. Wilkie to the inbound. To Herbst, number 1 for Germany.
twists and turns.
Orozco's all over the ball, but no call there from the referee. And Wilkie gets in, comes down, takes that try. Remember, he inbounded too, so
yeah, he's all over the place.
Running the court. This court they laid out here didn't have any lines on it. The lines that are here were taped down by the officials. Same is true on the other side.
Patience.
Ooh. That'll be number 1, Herbst.
Good press from Josko. They're connecting very well.
Roscoe tries to pull it down, knocked out by a German player. I couldn't see which one.
Looked like it was Herbst. But
Herbst and Wilkie both with their hands in there.
But Colombia still has the ball. Corner inbound.
Wilkie drops over to Orozco. Trying to get hold of that while Wilkie puts on the pressure. Orozco only with one hand to pull that thing in. A lot of times you'll see him dribble it to get into the position he wants, or he'll knock it out of the air and turn his arm around and kind of corral it that way. Becky. Coach wanted to jump. Either that or he was doing the YMCA there on the sideline. Wilkie. It's probably okay. Who knows? Vargas gets it over the top. And Orozco puts him back within 2.
Great work.
3.5 minutes down here in the first. 3.5 out of 8.
We got a technical foul.
We got some martial artists running around there in the corner.
Oh, look at that, yeah.
In their gis. This song sounds a little bit like the a Goat Simulator. Have you ever played the Goat Simulator game where you're a goat and you go around button things? My son loves that game.
Nope.
So it'll be Wilkie bringing it down court while Vargas serves his time in rugby jail. Wilkie protecting, getting a little help there from Herbst. Herbst, their captain.
Yeah, and Orozco is all on his own over there, so.
And now Vargas will inbound. Colombia doesn't want a situation where one of their high points has to inbound, but they'll work with what they got. So now Orozco or someone has to get close enough that Vargas can hit him. And Vargas goes long. Neme able to save it. Little indecision there between the two players trying to decide who's going to take it. Yeah, it looked like Neme wanted to do a little touch pass, but he was uncertain of what Orozco was going to do next. Vargas waiting in the corner. Orozco needs to do something. He's running out of time. That 10-second clock turns really fast when you're sitting in the key. That clock being counted in the head of the official. And you'll see them swinging their arm as they count, so you can see how they're counting, so that In theory, someone from the bench could know exactly what the referee's count is. Herbst.
Good composure.
One of 4 Sharks on the team. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of that town.
Agavia Sharks. Agavia.
I'll let you try. The Sharks. Whereas Colombia, most of their players play on the Arcángeles team, with only 2 exceptions. Harold, unfortunately, classed out this week. Herbst.
Oh.
Orozco bounced off him a little bit, but did keep him off the baseline. Vargas holding his corner. Rodriguez looking to hold his. And gotta be careful, 4 in the key. Back again, Vilke.
Yep, it was a good call, Dave. They got called for 4 in the key.
They did get 4 in the key. I saw the ref,
Yep.
put up his 4 fingers. So penalty try. They'd have scored that either way. That's why they give him a penalty try. Vargas patiently going underneath the pile, trying to create some space. Vilke got screened off a little bit there by Uriel Rodriguez. 10-8 our score. So far, the 2 quick turnovers by Germany, actually 3 quick turnovers by Germany are the difference here. Started the game 3-0, and they lost the tip.
Yeah, those turnovers are really not in the favor.
Especially when they come in a pile like that, because it can really defeat you. But it was early enough in the game. They got plenty of time to get their confidence and get rolling here. So Brazil on the sidelines of this one, wondering who's going to win it.
Yeah, things can change so quickly during this game.
You know, the thing that Brazil did that's interesting, and I was talking about this with Nate, that they were playing underpointed in order to have their best guys on the floor, which they hadn't done so much throughout the week. It worked for them this morning, though, against Switzerland.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily need your complete 8-point lineup when your 7.5 lineup is just a little bit better than the other.
So Colombia taking a timeout there. Neme talking to Vargas about what he'd like to see him do there. Charlie, their captain, as well as their inbounder, number 7. A world-class 1.0. I think he might have won best in class at the last World Championships. I can't recall for sure. So on the attack, the Colombians in yellow.
Oh.
And that's why you run a play like that, right? You get the guys on the outside attacking so that the people in the corners have to think about it. And then the guy in the middle, the 2 guys in the middle, have to worry about both your post and the ball handler. And sometimes there's so much space created that they don't know what to do, and they just kind of shut down and let it happen.
Got a quick wheel change for Britta. She had a flat.
Britta Kripke, number 7 for Germany, will inbound for us now that she's got that wheel fixed.
Gets the ball into Josko.
Herbst up over the top. Oh, Becky goes over.
Oh, and it's a turnover. Oh.
So they did not call a spin there. He held onto the ball, did not call timeout, touched the floor, and that's a turnover.
Yep.
Gosh, I wish we had a replay. I'd really like to see that one.
Sometimes you see players ask the timeout in the fall, and that's such heads up.
Very, very often at this level.
Yeah.
And, you know, Neme did hit him from behind and turned him, but he was trying to turn his chair so that he couldn't turn back into the try line. And so the player actually turned his chair even further, and he was turning so fast that he went over. So the referee says not a spin.
Just
It wasn't the
player.
hit that put him into that position. It was the move afterward, is the way I interpreted it. So Orozco gets the try there. And now they're within one.
Oh!
Neme forcing a turnover there. Great defensive play by their captain. He's trying to get him to calm down. He's like, nope, this is not a time to get excited. Calm down and play our game. Tie it up here. They're hoping to tie it up around 55. Orozco calling a play. In go the low pointers. Wide open is the middle.
Oh, and again.
And with 56 seconds left, Germany and Colombia tied at 12.
Is this exciting or what?
Herbst. Herbst throws it up. Caught by Vejle. Back to Herbst. Orozco went under the pile.
They got 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Here comes.
Oh,
Wow, great catch. Bobbled a little bit as he took it in, but got it done. And now with 29.9, Colombia looking to tie it up and go into halftime. I'm sorry, go into the second quarter with a tie. They would love that. But they got to cross half. And the pass to Neme. 16 seconds. He's going to try and burn some of that clock down. Gives it back to Orozco. 9 seconds left. No shot clock.
oh, look at that.
Orozco gets in a dribble. 3 seconds. Not enough speed on Germany for them to do that unless they got a really long pass. Here it comes. Vargas needs to get in there and get in the play.
Oh!
And again, a turnover. A legal hit by Vargas. Over on his face is Vejle. And he's not moving. Oh, there we go. He's moving. I was a little worried about them there for a second.
Yeah, it didn't look really good. I think he hurt himself pretty bad.
Yeah, he looks like he's hurt.
Oh, his hand was caught underneath.
He's not moving his head. I'm really worried about this guy. Okay, he has control of his neck because his head didn't bounce. Somebody needs to grab his hand.
Oh, his hand is stuck between the wheel.
Oh.
Oh, that's hurt. That's gotta hurt.
That explains why he went over. He basically stopped one wheel, and it threw him. Wow. I was really worried that was a major injury. I'm glad that it was just his hand caught in there, because that could have been ugly. Yeah, I'm so glad. All right, so Colombia forcing a turnover, 1.1 second left. I don't know why they're sitting in the key, because they just need to get it in and call it a day. So Colombia saves the try and ends up, after being 3 down immediately, ties it up. But Germany does have the possession error. We did not see a held ball on that, so they will get the first try of the second. Joost, is this the kind of game you expected from this teams?
Well, actually, I predicted it should be a close game, but this is like a really exciting to have two teams that are so close and are able to get the point difference leveled again. So both teams are doing a great job, and like you said, it's very good to see. Some little stretching and cooling going on the Colombian bench.
Yeah, Vargas overheats. He gets ice on his neck all the time when they're at the sidelines. Sometimes he'll get a break because he's overheating. A lot of us quads, especially with spinal cord injuries, we can't regulate temperature. We don't sweat. So we use artificial methods like cooling vests and ice packs and spray bottles to get us wet so that that water can evaporate off our skin in the same way that sweat would to cool your skin.
Don't forget the importance of the fans.
Ah, yes, the fan. I have a neck fan. It goes around my neck and it has 4 little fans in it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So great on the sideline when you're suffering. And my face is so red from being hot and pushing. It's the same color as these wheels.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice little move there by Herbst, but not fooled are the Colombians. Vargas, give them a little room, but not enough, trying to bait him into that corner.
Oh, that's a
Herbst looking, he's in trouble, 15 seconds. Neme's got his corner. And now Vejle trying to push him off. He does. Orozco goes across, and that will be a penalty try. Nice play by the Germans. Get Orozco turned so they can hit him from behind and make it so he couldn't play defense.
Oh, Marco's got his hand in. But it's
Vargas
still a
was
Colombian
coming
ball.
here. He was going to be open for that pass, but Neme wanted him. Fortunately for the Colombians, that went off a German player's hand.
Tricky.
Vargas cannot get open.
Oh, great
One-handed, obviously. Orozco doesn't have a choice. And her work on Vejle. Colombian coach Yellen pointing to the far side. Get down there, hold him. So Vejle trapped there by Rodriguez. Hold him at that line, trying to keep him from being involved in the German attack, but he gets away. And now Germany will attack 4-on-3 while Rodriguez tries to get back, and he does.
Oh,
somehow he
backing
pushed
up.
through there. Great play by Herbst. Orozco's got to pick in front of him and make that pass a little easier. If you have a player on your team in front of you, between you and the ball, the inbounder, it's going to make that pass a lot easier to catch. Vargas catches it inside the key, ties it back up.
Great long ball. Christian Riedel for Germany.
Orozco will not catch Vejle. Easy one to Orozco that time, looking for his pick. Sides against, it goes to the other one. Now he's got an out. Oh. He also has Vargas.
Oh.
Looks like Vejle who's lying down.
Yeah, that was a good hit.
German coach looking for a spin. And his arms out like, what do we have to do to get you to call a spin? Of course, those first 2 flips were clean hits as called by the referees. And of course, the referees are always right. You're not going to get them to change their minds, that's for sure.
Nope, nope. Once they made the call, they made the call.
That's what they're here for. They're here to make hard decisions.
Yep. Not always the most fun decisions, but
no, we absolutely appreciate them because we couldn't play this game without them. Could you imagine call your own fouls? It never happened. Not a spin. Again, hit in the front of the axle.
Now the Colombian coach is asking the same thing. Isn't it a spin, ref?
And Orozco kind of put himself in that position, right? He went in for the defense, but he had too much momentum, and when the chair of the defender kind of went through the back of his wheel, it was already contact incidental and also, set up by the player that went. So it looks like we got an equipment issue for Vargas. I guess an axle.
are really going to go figure out what
no, he's got a
Orozco is chewing on.
Well, I'll see if I can learn some Spanish and go down and ask after the game.
Let me know if you know.
This could be the last game for both these teams. Each team with 2 wins, they both want to go home with 3.
And the way that they're playing, they each deserve it. But only one can win.
Orozco now in trouble, has no place to go with it, but he's got timeouts. If he's smart, he'll use one. Oh, I don't know how he got that one out to Vargas.
Wow.
What a pass.
Wow. Just in the nick of time as well.
They got away with one there. By all rights, he should have called timeout. Vargas didn't have a passing lane until the last minute.
Oh, that was almost a over and back violation, but he got away with it.
Colombians are all reaching their hands up, wondering why they didn't get over and back. You're going to see a lot of animation from both sides, especially in a hotly contested game like this. I mean, Great Britain seems to be pretty muted no matter what situation it is in comparison with, you know, the Colombians or the Americans. Rodriguez. That's his first cherry pick of the game.
Yeah.
He sets up down there a lot.
Just sneaked out.
Well, when you get the chance, when you see a chance, take it. Sorry, getting more lyrics. And that Mambo, number 5. Could they be thinking about Vejle? Herbst up against that line. Colombia holding him in.
Oh, that's tough.
Now he's got to get rid of it. And there we go, number 5.
Christian with the catch. Backs up. Nope.
Throws it away as he crosses the line, which was a mistake because he did cross, but not with the ball. And that will be a turnover for Colombia. And now Colombia has a chance to take the lead. Would this be their first lead of the game? Remember, they went down 3 immediately. And it's been chip their way back. And a timeout used. Colombia can't get into position. They're going to go to the bench. Germany will do the same. If Colombia's smart, they'll try to be the first ones out there to get their position. And being on the closer bench to where the inbound will be, they certainly have that opportunity, but they need to pay attention to Germany. If Germany comes out here quick, they need to get out in front of them. Because a lot of what's happening here defensively or offensively is because Germany is getting to the place where they know Colombia wants to be and keeping them from getting there. So now Rodriguez trying to cause some trouble. Vargas staying way out wide. And Orozco thinks he can catch this one over the top of Vejle.
In between
I don't know why he's
those two
setting
guys.
up like that. I think he could be moving and take that pass. Herbst hits Vargas hard. Now Vargas facing the wrong way, trying to get it to Orozco. He's going to have to call another timeout if he doesn't figure this out. Rodriguez waiting by himself, and now another timeout. Germany with 2 great defensive stands there.
Yeah, they're doing a great job defensively.
And if they did that right, that means Colombia's down to 1 timeout. I think that's correct. Because Neme had to call timeout on an inbound from the baseline, too.
Yep. Oh.
This time they give it back to Neme on the give and go, and he gets it over the top, but not. That's the problem with passing with the guy in your face to someone who's just over the other side is you got to go all the way over them in a rainbow.
Oh, we've got 4 in the key.
Oh, I didn't think Rodriguez was in, but apparently the ref saw it. He must have been in and then gotten back out because they will give the penalty try. Rodriguez trying to set a pick again for Orozco. Vargas going around the outside. He's clear.
Oh, the German defense is
He's not being aggressive, though. He's not pushing hard around that corner, and that's a turnover. 10 seconds. They didn't inbound. They got 10 seconds to do it. And that a big turnover. That was a really costly possession for Colombia. Cost them 2 timeouts, and they gave up the ball.
The turnover, wow.
And now Germany with the clock running. The ref giving him a little bit extra time because that 10 seconds was pretty close to the end. and he had to move the player further into the corner because he was in the wrong position. Now over the top, Herbst. And it's a 2-point, 2-try advantage. Neme wants to make that pass, but that's a long pass for him.
Managed to get the ball in Orozco.
Vargas.
Ooh, busy.
Oh, wow, we got away with the one there too.
Wow, I think he just held it.
These plays are great. They're really exciting, but they're not going to go Colombia's way every time. They can't rely on a last-second rainbow pass to a guy who's not open, or who's, you have to put it in the right place so he's the guy that gets it. Vejle, cross half, gets in his dribble. Now it'll be Vejle. And Herbst will take it across. Good ball movement there for Germany. Rodriguez going deep. Germany saw it.
Yep.
And because they adjusted to that, Vargas got open. He's trying to get going, but he can't seem to get ahead of steam.
Oh, but that's...
And see, that was a much better pass. It was uncontested. Rodriguez is in a good position to catch it.
Facing the ball, or at least half facing.
Had a little bit of momentum as he's going into it, so he can make the adjustment if it's too short, too long, left, right. Vejle. 2.0, but he's a good 2. Very young 2.
Timeout, Germany.
.321 left in the first half. Colombia trying to find a way to get back on top. Germany trying to keep Colombia at bay. Orozco drying his face off on the inside of his jersey. And after that timeout by Germany, they will inbound across from their own bench. In this game, we always attack the opposite side from our bench first and score toward our bench in the second half.
Oh, he just managed to creep out.
Vejle.
All the way across the court, and he scores.
Not going to turn it over if you don't make him pass it.
Oh, tricky inbound, but he managed it.
Herbst is reaching in there like crazy.
Yeah, he's swiping like a madman.
Neme's in trouble. They've got one timeout, but they don't want to use it. And Vargas just far enough across the line that he was safe. He's got Orozco, but there's 3 German hands reaching up over him.
Oh, good
nice
pass.
job to get that out of his lap and get it up to Orozco. And Orozco gave him enough space that he could make that pass cleanly. A lot of times you'll see guys get too close, make that pass harder. Oh, Orozco wanted that one, and actually does create the turnover on the second attempt.
Oh.
They need to slow it down here. They're not in a hurry. They got 2:21 and a brand new 40-second shot clock. They just need to get control. So Colombia now with a chance to tie it up. Orozco drawing the defense over, but none of the other Colombians helping him out by making him pay for that movement. Rodriguez now inside. Orozco can't get in. And leaving the court, he pushed Herbst over with that hit. So 22-22, we're tied up again.
This is what an exciting game of rugby looks like.
evenly matched teams. So far, Germany has seemed to have the edge, but Colombia keeps coming back.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job at that.
I mean, Colombia would be up by 2 here if it wasn't for that initial run. But of course, it's part of the game. They played those 3 points.
Yeah, those turnovers in the beginning.
Try, try, try.
Contact warning.
You know, Yoda couldn't play rugby because he says, do or not do, there is no try. Dave, you're fired.
The Yoda story.
I'm a dad, so, you know.
Yeah, you know those things, huh?
I just made that up on the fly.
Yeah.
Never said that before. And that's why I don't write jokes for a living. Herbst across the line. Keeps Germany up by 1. I think Caroline might be an important person in Denmark history because we keep hearing about her. Orozco, 1:08 left. He's working that clock down for the final try so he can get one more possession. Neme in the one corner, Rodriguez in the middle, and they open it up so Orozco can get through at 56.7. That's what they were looking for. So now tied up. Germany's got to get down there. They've got 3 timeouts, so if they want to, they can use one to make sure that Colombia doesn't get the ball back. Vejle.
Oh, there
Orozco
goes
goes
Orozco.
down. And that's trouble for Colombia. So they call the ball turned back.
Yeah.
And they're going to call that, an official equipment time. They'll flip them over. 40-second shot clock appears to be reset, which is to Germany's advantage, right? So now they don't have to use a timeout to keep Colombia from getting the ball back with any kind of time.
No, because there's like 39 seconds left on the
Yep,
game clock.
They did turn off the shot clock. That equipment caused the shot clock to reset. So Orozco playing aggressively and ending up on the floor actually ended up to their detriment. He's not in the penalty box, so he can continue to play defense. And really, Rydell should be down here helping Herbst get off Orozco, because you want the ball in Herbst's hands in this situation. 19 seconds remaining. Working that last try. Orozco forced to take the corner,
Christian
and it's
has a good
wide
angle.
open. He
Yes.
can't get into it. And 5.6 seconds left. Now Orozco can do this. He can make this pass, but Vargas
Oh,
isn't
he
pushing
didn't.
his chair. Vargas was just floating down the court.
He wasn't looking at all.
And that's a huge mistake, because now Germany has the opportunity inbound from their own side
And stealing the key.
because nobody touched the ball. And that's the risk you take when you try and make that kind of pass with 5 seconds left. And Vargas, if he'd been pushing, Orozco could have thrown him a good pass. Up over the top, knocked down by Orozco with 3 seconds, 2.4 seconds remaining on the clock. And now Colombia will try to do the same thing. So Orozco's got an opening there in the middle, as does Vargas. Oh, but it's German inbound, and they put the ball down.
Oh, they got 2. Oh,
And way over the top. Clock should not start because it never touched a player. So the clock should run back. And somebody was leaving the court. It looks like Orozco. So he's going to go in the penalty box. I think what he did was he went around to get somewhere, and that's technically gaining an advantage. So now Germany in great position to make this work. Unbelievable. It should have been a turnover because it was untouched. So Orozco.
they didn't make it. They tried to, but
It feels like double jeopardy to me, right?
I thought Josko was in a good position to
He was in a good position.
receive the ball.
So now Colombia needs to get an inbound, and Vargas needs to get close, and Rodriguez should be with him. He's not going to score a try. He's not really pulling enough defense to make this work. But really, they just need to get it in. So if he was to throw it up the court a little bit, it's 0.6 seconds. Nothing's going to happen there, right?
No, that's...
So Colombia escapes just down by 1 at half. We got a 10-minute break coming up, Joost.
Yep.
We get people ready for the second half. Colombia looking to clean up some mistakes. Germany looking to work on how do they score when you've got that many opportunities, or how do you not score when you got that many opportunities?
That's a better question.
For the last second try, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was not the best decision they've made.
So we'll take a break here, and we will be back with you in about 9 minutes. All right, welcome back. We got an exciting one going on here. The final game for Germany and Colombia. Germany is in the lead, 25-24. Colombia will start with the ball. We'll start this one up in about 35 seconds. So far, been super exciting. Colombia got down by 3 really fast. And now they have, I believe they have the possession arrow. But jockeying for position are the Germans. I'm not sure why they're not letting Neme get to the ball. He's the inbounder, isn't he? Oh, no. I see. Paula Rodriguez is the inbounder, and she was trying to help Neme get to the sideline, and so now she has no place to go with the ball. Someone else is going to have to call inbounder. So Neme calls inbounder. Vargas backing up. He needs to push his chair forward and get closer. He's got a picker. If she can help him, that's going to be a tough pass, but at least it looks like he's got a lot of space thanks to that low point chair.
Oh, but
Neme gets it out to Rodriguez. Nice play there. And shorthanded, Colombia opens up the quarter with a try, 3-on-4. So Orozco will still sit in the box while Germany takes this one. Vargas kind of trying to cover everybody at the same time. And Colombia would be smart here to just stay away from the try line, not give themselves a penalty.
But that was a great play with one short-handed. Managed to score.
You know, there's a couple of things going on there, right? Neme made a great pass. Rodriguez did a really smart thing by backing out of that. And was there some communication that made that happen, or is it just because they know each other so well? She went to help him out. So Colombia on the attack now, full strength. I used to go see a minor league hockey team every once in a while, and when the opposing team would have a guy come out of the penalty box, the announcer would say, and so-and-so back at full strength, and the whole crowd would yell, and they still suck.
Well, that's not the nicest thing to say.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
When I...
Oh, Jens fumbled.
Vargas going to make a pay there. Good job getting his chair in front. Sauerbier not able to handle that pass.
That was too bad because he had it in his fingers.
So Paula Martinez inbounding in for Rodriguez. A lot of times when we see Martinez coming in, we'll see Venegas coming in for Vargas. But Venegas still sitting on the bench. He's stretching. He's using a band there, a TheraBand on the side, keeping his arms warm. He's ready when he gets the call. Orozco can't get through Sauerbier to get that try. He's got 16 seconds. Neme needs to get out of the key. He does. Paula Martinez opens up the corner, and he gets the try even as he hits the cone. Casters went across first.
Oh, that was so close to a line violation as well.
Vilke tries to shrug off the pick. Sauerbier gets his first try, I believe.
Yeah.
Tied at 27. Colombia now with the advantage. Roscoe going to back out. Remember, we were talking about that in the last game.
And he does it again.
Kind of hunkers down, takes the picks in the front so he can back out. Great hit by Vargas there. Just turned his chair a little bit. And as Vilke made contact, got hit in the sweet spot. And now he will have a little rest on the floor. Need to put pillows on the back of our chairs to lay your head on while you're on the floor. Or maybe to save you from bouncing it off there. I've bounced my head off the hardwood enough times that I would love a little cushion.
I did it a couple of times myself, and it can hurt.
It's best on the hardwood, because when you do it on like a concrete surface, wood you bounce off of, concrete you do not bounce.
No, and the wood slides a little bit.
Germany ties it up a little bit. Yeah, it just seems like there's some kind of, like a little bit of, I don't know.
Yeah, damping or...
Even though it's a nice hard surface to push on. Orozco trying to get it back. Martinez might be his only option because Vargas over here has Vilke in his way. Plenty of time for Orozco to work his way down. Ducks in between his teammates. And wow, that scorekeeper is fast. She had it up on the board before I even saw him cross the line. I said she. I don't know if it's a she. There are 4 table officials, and I think it's a 50-50 split, male-female. So I got a 50-50 chance of being right.
Yep.
Vilke around the outside. Sorry, we'll start singing again. Eminem, also from Detroit.
That one I know, 8 Mile.
Vilke getting open for the try there. And Martinez again looking for someone she can throw to. Hits Neme. He's got Orozco behind him, and lots of German arms coming in. Assault occurs.
Oh, Marco Herbst goes to the bin for an illegal use of hands.
You know, the mantra is when the low pointer has the ball, swarm them. Swarm them, make it so they can't get it out of their lap.
No, because
once they get into the high pointer's lap, he can get it out because he can pick it up. He's got a much better one-handed throw.
Yeah, but
a guy like Orozco can just hold it up, Statue of Liberty, and nobody
can touch it. Yeah, and as a low pointer, especially when you get swarmed like that, it's so difficult to get the ball off.
You'll see a lot of times people calling timeout in that situation.
Yeah, because you don't have another option.
You can see Vargas and Orozco trying to pick on the low pointer there. Try and get a penalty try out of it, but too smart is Christian Rydell.
The veteran.
Herbst gets it over the top to Sauerbier.
Good positioning right over the line.
And it'll be Vilke tying it back up.
30 all.
Colombia with the advantage of the ball when they're tied, but they have a disadvantage in timeouts. 3-1.
Oh, close one.
They had that one possession where they wasted 2 timeouts and also lost possession. So they didn't even get a try out of it at the cost of 2 timeouts. That's why I use the term waste. Germany would love to have that level of defense all game.
Ooh.
Nice job by Vilke to worm his way out of traffic.
Gets past Orozco and scores the try. We got a coach timeout from Colombia.
And substitutions. Looks like Rodriguez is going to come back in for Martinez. And I saw her like, okay, I'll come off.
Everybody gets a drink.
Paula Martinez at 2, but because she is female, they can play with 8.5 points while she's out there.
Yeah, because as a female within the team, you get a 0.5 bonus in the total score, or the add up from the rest of the team.
So from a point perspective, she and Rodriguez interchangeable. And that's what they'll do.
We got an equipment issue. Orozco is having some trouble with his wheel.
He did take that thing out of his mouth, though. What the heck is that thing?
I have no idea. It looks like a little bit of sports tape or something. At first I thought it was gum, but
Yeah, I think it's some kind of piece of plastic or something. Soft plastic. Or rubber.
maybe
'Cause I think if it was tape, it would get soggy and he'd have to replace it. Maybe he is replacing it, we just don't know it. But he has that thing in his mouth a lot, and he puts it on his leg when he takes it out, like in the box.
yeah.
And I don't. Maybe that's a reminder not to chatter so much. Maybe it's a reminder not to grind his teeth. I don't know. I mean, it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
I like to chew gum when I play. So I had a piece of gum that I bought here last night. I chewed it for a long time, and I kind of forgot I had it in my mouth. And then I started to chew it again, and it was disintegrating. And I ended up spitting it out, and it was just gritty.
Ugh.
It was so awful.
Doesn't sound good.
That's not supposed to happen to gum.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
this is a
here
little
we
bit
go.
too hard. Time
Saved
out.
and timeout. Very good play.
Heads up.
Becky.
Wow.
Gets the catch. So Germany will start off down here by their own bench. Colombia in the key. Again in that snake eyes. Although Colombia, a lot of times, they'll run their key. They'll put their three defenders right in the center, back to back, and then spread out from there. But feels like the corners are pretty vulnerable in that situation. But they tend to adjust pretty quickly. They don't stay that way.
And they got some pretty fast corner players, so
Vejle finds his way inside. And that's what they were looking for. Herbst trying to get it to him, can't. But the corner opened up. Neme tried to help out in the middle, and Herbst made him pay for it.
Stefan put a lot of pressure on the corner man just to create the lane. And they managed to get it in. Oh, great catch from Orozco.
Fouled
Oh,
by Herbst. Again, I'd love to see a replay of that one.
things happen just so quickly. With a blink of an eye, it's over.
I don't think there's any doubt that that was a foul, but it's always fun to see those situations and how players are trying to get in and make that turnover, whether they're trying to flip the ball out or they're punching it from underneath. Or so you see Orozco trying to turn the chair there of Kripke, number 7, but she wasn't having it. Spun all the way around. Vejle gonna follow his picks out. Little pick and roll there with Vejle. Neme's got him. Kripke has Neme. And now Orozco has to play 2-on-1.
Yeah. In that case, you need to make a decision.
Neme was doing well on defense there, but his teammates need to get down the floor. And I know that the defense is keeping them out, but...
Oh, Orozco triple team.
Oh, that was not intended
Oh,
for
but this
Neme.
knows how it was.
But he did catch it, saved it, got it back to Orozco. And now Vargas will take his time, get it to Orozco, and they'll run a play. Now, because of the slowness of Germany to get back to the key, Orozco had no trouble whatsoever. They didn't fall back quickly enough to play defense.
And when you have such a quick player as Orozco,
Well, they had such a great defensive stand up in the backcourt, but they didn't get back into the key. So tied still at 34. Neck and neck once again. Only 2:20 left in the third. Vargas struggling to get out. has to go to Orozco. Rodriguez alone, and he will take this one. Heads up play, good court vision.
Yeah, just know when to sneak out there. And
Germany's got to be frustrated. They're playing really good defense. They're making some really good plays on defense, but they can't seem to get that turnover they need to get on the other side of it. And this time, Colombia's defense forcing Germany to use another timeout. So now both teams down to one timeout.
Yep.
And a good timeout. Anytime you use a timeout to save a turnover, it's a good timeout, whether it's in the first minute of play or the last. But ideally, you would like to have a timeout or two left at the end so you can use it for whatever situation you need.
Yeah, because during the game, you know, when people get a little bit tired, the decisions are being a little bit more doubtful sometimes, and it's really beneficial to have the extra timeouts. And now with 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Germany talking about a play, and they'll advance. Herbst gets in his dribble. Now he attacks the gap, which closed up on him. You really needed Vejle or Vejle to get in there so he could throw him a pass, but does it himself instead.
Oh.
Nice little kick with her picker there. Britta Kripke, number 7 for Germany, sent that ball back so we could get play going again. Orozco gets off the pick.
Oh.
And now Vejle has to cover both he and Vargas. Not gonna happen. 1:22 left, Colombia up by 1. Again, they have the advantage because they have the ball when it's tied. So Germany either going to score quick here or try and take 35 seconds to do it.
Oh, Rodriguez is
Wow, Vejle had to work hard, but he got out. And now Orozco a little too late to try and stop him.
Yeah, Josko had the momentum and
A little bit of top speed from the deuce out of Germany. And he stops Orozco.
some great work over there.
I'm not sure why Orozco wasn't pushing harder on that. Neme in trouble, able to keep control of his chair. That's big because they did not want to waste their final timeout on a save me from going out of bounds kind of play. So Herbst calls inbounder, so he's allowed to go out of bounds to do that. Otherwise, that would have been a penalty because he went out of bounds to gain an advantage to get away from players.
Yeah, you cannot believe
Vejle left by Vargas. Vargas must have Herbst as an assignment or something because he
really
keeps
focused on
leaving
him.
the ball. I think Colombia's getting a little tired. Neither team has done much in the way of substitutions.
Oh, they played the same lineup during the entire game almost.
For Colombia, the only substitution has been Rodriguez. Germany's had 2 subs. Sauerbier being one of those. The other being at low point, right?
Christian Riedel.
As opposed to Kripke.
Yep.
And now Germany throwing the long one. Kripke takes down Orozco.
Oh, and it's a score. Becker awarded the goal.
Where's the replay? I would love to see that one again, too. And I want to see that hit of Orozco. I'm going to go back and watch this tape later.
Yeah,
there's only 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
And because Orozco has to be righted, they can't do something really fast to try and score. They have to now go through the entire defense of Germany. Will they try? They will not. So Colombia notched 1 in this quarter to get them back to a tie. And we will go into the fourth that way, 38-38.
Oh, how exciting is this? Oh,
This is what we came to see here. This is World Championships.
Yeah, we
And
predicted
this is their final game, right?
Yep, we predicted it was a close one, but going 38-38 all the way to the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, when you say close, it doesn't necessarily mean tied at the end of 3, right?
No, not exactly, but that the teams are matching up.
They really are.
Yeah.
You know, and there have been good adjustments. Every once in a while, you see a team starting to get into a rhythm and having an easy collection of tries and getting out of the backcourt. And then somehow an adjustment is made that makes it difficult again. And that happening on both sides. Neme getting a little ice there on the sidelines. I'm sure Vargas has a bag of ice on his shoulders. Off to the right there somewhere. Orozco using a towel. He's a sweater.
Oh, it's just out of our sights.
I can see him down there. I kind of lift it up. But yeah, Vargas always has some ice on the sidelines. He gets heated. Germany looks pretty calm over there. They're talking about their game plan. This could go any way. I mean, the fact that they both have one timeout, they both have 38, they're both making limited substitutions. You know, there's nobody that has a huge advantage as far as rest. Nobody has extra timeouts.
Everything is equal.
I mean,
not just the score.
Colombia did play in the last World Championships and Germany did not, but I mean, that doesn't mean anything. That was 4 years ago. Teams change. I mean,
yeah, things can happen so fast.
Both of these teams, solid teams. And really, you know, always looking at what does it take us to get to that next level so that now we're playing to get into the medal round instead of playing for 9th. And really, they're just one win from that. But when the teams you have to beat are Great Britain, USA, France, New Zealand, Japan, Australia, Canada, and Denmark.
Yeah, that's a big...
It's not like you just say, well, we just have to beat this. But, you know, I'm going to keep saying it. Colombia had a great game against Denmark. And Denmark just beat undefeated France. France, the reigning European champions, beat USA, beat Great Britain.
So in all, they're having a really, really good tournament.
Oh, yeah. And it doesn't hurt that the crowd is there for them. So Germany with the advantage, getting the first try because they had the possession arrow. Orozco drops it. It was popped out of his lap, and they're going to say turnover. The referee says it went off your shoulder, and Orozco says, no, it didn't.
No, he just shook his head, and he's like...
I think he's chewing on that thing so he doesn't say something to the ref at this point. Like,
maybe that's the case.
He can push on Wilkie as much as he wants. That's legal. Meter. Why is that not meter? That's what he's asking for. Herbst trying to fight his way out so he can just turn the chair enough to get in a good pass. Throws it over Wilkie, and Wilkie, instead of chasing the ball, is arguing with Kripke.
He got the
error.
ball. Wow, what effort.
Colombia gets it back. Unforced error. See, now that the youth and experience of a Wilkie where, you know, if you did that against Canada or US or Japan or Australia, those guys would be pushing hard at that ball.
Yeah.
If they want to argue, they'll argue later.
Oh, held ball.
So held ball.
Shared possession.
Colombia takes over.
All kinds of things happening in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
And that's big, right? Germany had the advantage. They had the ball when they were tied, giving them a chance to go up one every time. And now Colombia takes that back.
And that can be so valuable during the end of the game. Oh.
Kripke doing a nice job in her corner. Neme's got his corner open and leaving the court. Herbst at the wheels of Venegas. Venegas, number 25, replacing Vargas. Both of those players deuces, as we would say in the United States, twos. So it looks like Neme's got an issue with something other than a wheel. Maybe a strap on his knee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a strapping issue.
It's on the floor now. He's trying to fix something there first, so. It happens. So we are allowed to get our equipment fixed if something happens. And of course, you know, being quads, a lot of us can't even do our own straps. So we need somebody to come out and help us out.
That's why we have bench personnel.
Venegas just running into Kripke. Rodriguez gets it back to Neme, who gets it to Orozco. And now it's where they want it to be. Of course, Germany shorthanded.
You're going to try to force Marco to do the inbound, and they succeed.
So Neme up there with Vilke, but Vilke has the position he wants. Neme not about to give up.
Ooh.
Backs into her number 8, Vecchi. And he's got the hit, or the pick, I mean, from Kripke. Number 7. She set that pick very nicely. And Colombia going to the bench as well as Germany.
Yeah. The Germans asked for the coach timeout, and they got it.
Both teams still with the floor timeout.
They want to try to keep it as long as possible.
A mere 6 minutes and 36 seconds remain in this game. And this 6.5 minutes is the last memory these players will have of world championships from inside the rugby chairs. It's a chance to make a statement. The difference between 9th place and 11th place is really significant. Colombia would be able to show momentum and progress in their program. Germany didn't even qualify for Worlds last time, so they also have the opportunity to show momentum just by being in this game. Colombia, same.
Oh, that last time out.
Great defensive stand.
No options to get the ball away.
Vilke doing a good job with the inbounds, but this time making a good decision. He had no place to go with that ball.
He couldn't go anywhere.
And now Colombia really needs to think about how do we keep that defense up, because while he will be allowed to inbound from the baseline, if they can make that same thing happen again, it's a turnover. And if they have to, you get a desperation pass because now you know you're out of timeouts.
Yeah, you need to go somewhere.
So notice Colombia is doing everything they can to keep Germany away from the baseline to make that inbound harder. Rodriguez not going to match the speed of Vecchi.
Oh, but Vanegas did.
Venegas made that hit. And they got leaving the court. They'll give the penalty try, but being picked up is Vecchi. Orozco.
And Christian Riedel's back up for Kripke.
And Venegas has an equipment problem. Doesn't look like a wheel, though. Oh, now he's pointing at the wheel. It's an axle. He had his arm crossed, so I wasn't sure if maybe he was holding his elbow or something.
It looked like a physical thing, but it was...
Orozco's mouth tape, I think. There's a little white thing on the floor.
Ew.
Nope, he's got it in his mouth. Yeah, nobody wants to touch that.
No.
That thing. That soggy thing. Sorry.
Stop it, Dave. You're giving me the creeps.
You know what? I'm not going to be allowed to work any more games today except for USA Japan
Ugh.
at 4:15. I believe it's 4:15, something like that.
That's going to be an exciting one, too.
Absolutely. 4:45 is game time, which is 10:45 a.m. at home, which is perfect timing for East Coasters. Already out of bed. Actually, even on the West Coast, you're only talking about 7:45. So you can watch it, be a little late for work.
But you got to give it a good excuse.
Had a quad problem.
Got a quad problem.
It's too close to call. Boy, this one's going to go right down to the wire. Maybe we should have 2 players of the match. Oh! Neme inbounds, knocks off the chair of Riedel. Is that how you're saying it, Riedel?
Riedel.
Riedel? Yeah. I'm going to say it your way. Venegas not able to get that one. And Germany now in the lead. 43-42. Back and forth we go with the advantage, but so far no one able to create any separation. Venegas ducks under the bottom, which was probably ill-advised because now he's in trouble.
Tough.
They're going to have to use their final timeout.
So both teams are out of timeouts?
Coach applauding, saying good call, good call. Not a turnover. You don't want to have another turnover after that last one.
Yeah.
Because that'll crush your spirit when you're 5.5 minutes away from winning this game. Little direction. Rodriguez. Vargas back out there. Let's see if we can get Vargas pushing. Germany not stopping. Vargas gets into the passing lane. Decides to turn back. Orozco sets a little pick for him, trying to get across half so he has a place to go with it. Vargas gets across and gets the dribble.
Oh, now Rito's there.
Only 17 left on the shot clock. He needs to get it to Orozco because he is in trouble. And Orozco had to come around him, but able to do so with only 7 seconds left on that shot clock. Germany with the advantage. They're okay with the clock running down over the top. Herbst
Waiting on
back and forth, waiting for some help. And you see Vilke trying to keep Rodriguez out so that they can attack 4-on-3. But in my mind, when you run 3-on-3, the favor is to the offense, no matter what the pointage is out there, because there's a lot more space to attack.
Yeah.
Ooh, Vargas got lucky. That one fell. And it'll be Neme. He'll take that one all the way down.
Chased by Josko.
Vilke committing the penalty, gets the try. And now he tries to inbound quickly over the top. Vargas turns the chair of Vecchi and gets the turnover, and they needed that one. So now Colombia back with the advantage, 45-44, no timeouts left, 4.5 minutes left.
It really, really does go back and forth.
Every time you think a team is about to create some separation and get a lead here, the other one creates a turnover.
An outlet.
Vilke with the ball. He wanted to go to Herbst, but Herbst not available. Vargas has this corner. Vilke doesn't have a timeout to bail him out. Sees a big hole, trying to take it. No place to go with the ball. Finally does. Intercept by Orozco. And he'll send it up to Neme. And Colombia celebrating a little early as he's yet to score. Almost fumbled that while he was trying to get in his dribble. But he does get the try. 46-44, 3:52 left. Colombia now in a very good place. But again, far from over.
A lot can happen in 3 minutes, 3.5.
But the crowd has really gotten into it now. Both the Germans and the Colombians. There's 4 Colombian fans out there. And another loose ball. Colombia takes it. Orozco need to be patient here. Up by 2. This really the first time we've seen Colombia create any separation at all. And now it's a 3-try match with 3:21. Now, Germany scored 3 tries in way less time than that.
Yeah, they did.
In this game.
So even now it's still possible, but it's a steep hill to climb.
Especially since Colombia has all the momentum, which is why we have this coach's timeout, right?
Yeah, they're
trying to break up that momentum.
Yep.
You got to get your players' mentality changed so they're not thinking about the mistakes they've made. And they're trying to take the wind out of the sails of Colombia, whose defense has been rocking in this final couple of minutes. Herbst will get an easy one there. Orozco tried to dive into the passing lane, which is a great play. Whether it works or not, contact before the whistle against Germany. It's their first, so it's only a warning. And now if you see at the middle table there, those 2 orange cones, that means each team has used their freebie when it comes to contact before the whistle.
Yeah, so the next one is going to be a penalty.
You can make contact, but you can't do it in a way that gives you an advantage. Neme running out of time. 28 seconds left on the clock, and 12 seconds expires. So that ball, even though the ball was across half, it had not touched the floor, it had not touched a player. So that is a turnover, and here we go. Don't think this one's over, because it's not. Sauerbier in to Wilkie. Colombia, 3 players on him. I don't know how Herbst hung on to that. It was behind his head, against his body with his arm. And Wilkie makes him pay for that mistake.
Back to a 1-point difference.
Many German fans here. There's Germany is a country that borders Denmark. Of course, Germany, a large country. I know that when we were planning to drive our way through it, we had planned about 9 hours driving. But still a lot closer than a lot of these countries. And Colombia puts it back to 2.
Oh, just 2.5 minutes left.
Clock management certainly on the minds of the coaches and the players. Orozco has to decide between the ball handler and the passing option, but now that Vargas is helping him, he can pick one. Vargas gets to the corner, but cannot keep Sauerbier out.
He just bumped back a little bit.
He hit him, but he bounced off of him.
Yeah,
he didn't push through it.
Exactly.
That's something I'd like to see Colombia do more, is push through that hit. You know, a lot of times people will go and they'll make the hit, and wow, I got to hit somebody, but you didn't stop their momentum. You didn't stop them from scoring. You didn't stop them from getting cross half. You have to make that extra push. You have to do whatever it takes to go beyond just that hit.
Oh, look at the speed of him.
Vargas, nice job handling that, working his way around the outside. And Colombia's not the only team. The Colombian players, you see that from players all the time at every level of the sport, where you get in a hit, you bounce off. Yeah. Orozco steals it, knocks the pass down, puts it up against the face of Sauerbier. And now Colombia with a chance to make it 3. Minute 53 left. Orozco needs to get across that line. You see the Colombian coach down there saying, score it.
Yeah, pointing at him.
Let's be up by 3. It's only a minute 49. I don't need to run the clock. Your defense has been good. Rely on your defense.
Oh, look at this. What a pressure. What pressure.
Herbst can't get by Orozco on his own. Over the top, Rodriguez cannot get there. Sauerbier, number 12, with the try. A minute and a half And we got an equipment issue for Colombia. I don't think it's a wheel. What do we do here?
I think it's so very tricky.
I don't know. I think Neme has been great in this game.
Yeah, he's
Orozco
doing a
has been
job, yeah.
great in this game. Orozco has been the difference maker here at the end, though, right?
Yeah, it has.
And as he gets his chair fixed, he needs to buckle down because they need to, if they're going to win this, they need to get this inbound across half court. Orozco's open. Now he's got to get out. Rodriguez sets a pick there so Vargas can take it free.
Oh, what a great.
He'll slow it down, but he needs to score this one. Can't mess around. Germany needs a turnover. They need to make something happen here if they're going to get back in this. 1:21 seconds left. There's really not a whole lot that can happen if they don't get a turnover and score these tries quickly. So first they'll worry about scoring that try.
And that's exactly what he does.
Vilke barely had to turn his chair to get that one down there. Colombia still working hard to get this across half and getting an inbound. Vargas stuck at the line, has no timeout, needs to get rid of it. Germany does get it out, but Orozco with the tap. Neme dribbles it off the floor, needs to score. He's trying to slow it down, but he needs to score the try. 53 seconds, 52:49. You know, there's really the 1 or 2 seconds that you make happen there. It's really not worth the risk of somebody popping that ball out of your lap. Score the try. And Vilke drops the pass.
He fumbled.
And Colombia celebrating on the sidelines.
Oh, you can see the bench at home, what they're going nuts.
Germany has played such a great game. And like we said, they got up 3-0.
Yeah.
I thought Colombia was in big trouble.
It's too
But
bad
they slowly chipped their way back. Wow, Orozco able to take that.
Ooh.
Another loose ball. You know, Germany is doing everything right on defense to create turnovers. They're just not falling their way. And Vargas using a little clock up there, but getting the try. And makes it 4 tries, 49-53. Colombia in the lead, 21 seconds remaining. And not over and back. His casters went back, but not his big wheels, but they got the turnover anyway. So now Colombia just add an insult to injury.
Yeah, this is...
Vilke crosses, no try, and that gives Colombia the ball on the sidelines with 3.7 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and Josko in the sin bin. So it's 3-on-4.
They're being aggressive. They're trying to make something happen, and they're pushing to the end.
Yeah, that was the only option.
Gotta appreciate that, right?
If you don't try, you don't succeed. Backs up.
And Vargas gets the try. The last half a second, 0.8, I think. And over goes Vilke.
That's one hell of a way to end the game.
That's kind of symbolic of how the last quarter went for Germany. They made great effort, but they ended up upside down. And Colombia will be 9th in the world after this tournament. Germany 10th. Brazil 11th and Switzerland 12th.
Look at the joy in their faces. Well deserved.
This is a team who 8 years ago was arguing that South America didn't even have a chance to get into the tournament because Canada and U.S. perennial powerhouses, there wasn't really an opportunity for them to break in and get up here. And
no, but
with
look
the
where they are
play-ins
now.
Great game, and honestly, Neme also played a great game. Vargas
Yeah, it was a really close call between those two.
And even Rodriguez, we didn't see him involved in the offense in the same way down deep, but he's making picks, he's getting people away, creating space. Congratulations to both teams. They both played great. Germany with 2 wins, Colombia with 3.